Alright, what is going on YouTube? DSB again, back at you with another live stream. So today, it's fairly simple. Just working on completing these, my weekly powerfuls and stuff like that. First thing I'm going to do is head to the tower and grab bounties. We're going to do the 4 PvP ones. The rotational events. That's what we'll do. Well, countdown. 4v4 could be fun. Well, we'll try that. That way we play a little bit of get a little bit of comp practice in. You know what I mean? Because, well, I'm using a sniper and I get headshots a lot. Let's see here. Okay, cool. And then you want to go for your whatever event you're going to be doing. Like tonight's going to be probably Crucible. Unless I can get them done quickly. We'll see. But you also have Strikes, Gambit, all that different stuff. And like Zavala here, you want to make sure you get your weeklies from him, which are fairly simple. Apparently I grabbed one, I don't know when, but I grabbed it. Okay. I guess I did grab something. Now, you also want to go to the EDZ now in this season. Grab your bounties there. Yep. I gotta go through my bank and get rid of the green and blue ones. Fairly simple. Very foggy there for a second. That was weird. Mikey? Sounds like he said it's a damn shame. Grab these because you want to do as many of them as you can. Level up your bunker. I haven't been doing it because I was preparing and wasn't focusing on it when Trials was out, so I'm screwed. You want to get these 3 on the right, though, first. These will dramatically reduce the amount it costs to get all of these items here. And once you get this fully upgraded, you can just start buying these with your tokens and upgrade this. Which is nice. Because if you're like me, you want this shader. Oh, that looks clean. That's Trials clean right there. That looks like the Trials sniper though, doesn't it? Let's just take a look here real quick. Okay, okay. So now we go and look at the Trials sniper. Here it is. Pretty close, except for, where it has the, this has the Trials symbol. The, Revoker has the, the Crucible symbol. So, next thing to do, we go like this. We go here and we see what the queue time's like. 7 out of 8. That's good. I honestly like it when, it's a bunch of randos come together. It definitely leads to a lot of fun. I could use that for something. I just don't know what. But come this weekend, this will not matter. Or supposedly, this positive right here will not matter for trials. But what you do want is, like, some of these items can actually be useful depending upon your playstyle. Maybe you're a solar subclass and you like getting that overshield. That could be helpful. Thundercoil is really good and was really good for season 1. Now that we're in the 3rd season of this year. Oh, new map for me. I haven't played Exodus Blue yet. For those that don't know, I am not a D1 player. It was on console. I had a console. I just didn't enjoy shooters on console. Wasn't a big controller fan for shooters. Drivers, oh hell yes. So I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I let myself get hit by the grenade. I'm dummy dumb. Oh well. That was a thing. Now that I know that there's a straight shot. I'm going to go with my teammates here because I don't know where they're going. Oh. I did so much damage, but I didn't hit my shots, which is the problem. I need to hit. It's first game, though. It's okay. Bodied. They're not going to be stupid and come down that way. He's not going to be stupid and repeat. Or he will, though. There you go, teammate. Get the res. Get a res? You should have stayed by my body. Oh well. Hit that snipe though. I was happy about that. Why are you teabagging, buddy? That's weird. Whatever. Hey, buddy. Oh, come on. Okay, guys, you're running in a circle. Just melee him. Thank you. Now get a res. Get a res. Get a res. Very good. Push in. There we go. For having a flawless symbol on, buddy, you're not trying. Let's move with teammates. Oh, you got me. That was a good play. Very good play on his part.
Your enemy is on match point. Defend the line.
Oh, what? Did my other teammates use any supers? Oh well. That's fine. Let's see what we got for gear. So that's 92. I don't need it. Yeah, it's stats. I don't need it. I have a stats like that. That's 91. So that's a 92. So that's actually an upgrade. So I don't think I got that one just now, though. 95. So I don't need this one. 92, 97. I don't need this one. Let me just load into the next game. Let's see how we did with stuff here. So we're getting some of our stuff. Auto rifle, Titans, opponents, orbs, kinetic, this, yeah, sure. We're getting this one right here. That's an important one. 50% for that one game. Coke Zero. Drink water, kids. Then when you become an adult, you can make the wrong decision if you want to. What we got here, a 3-stack. Not too concerned. Yeah, I could grab those. I don't care. I really want this right here. And maybe some of this. Pretty much what I want are these right here. Like, I kind of want to get the weapons, but I don't know. This weapon just doesn't... I'm not a fan of lightweight frames personally. Whatever. It's like, okay, I guess. I'm just not a fan. Snipers. Oh, yeah. Last season sniper. Crisp. No, that don't look too bad. And we know how the barrel length actually affects weapons. It's been proven. I think if you want to find out, Destiny Fun Police, Sheik, DFP, actually did a video on it. He did it with shotguns in the Chaperone. He proved that one of the ornaments barrel lengths actually increase slightly, very slightly, its one hit effective range. Radiant Cliffs, okay. Okay, okay. So let's see. I never really know how to play this map, honestly, unless I'm with a solid team. Could I throw on, Kindled Orchid? Probably be a good idea. Probably put on my Beloved and either like Better Devils, which I've actually had a lot of fun with it. My explosive payload Better Devils. Okay, we're going for charges. Let's see where this first guy goes. We're gonna go with him.
Now hold the line.
I'm not pushing forward because I want to win this. There we go. Round one.
Can be so beautiful. Again.
You don't have to get wins or kills to win this. You just have to keep them off the point. Sir, sarcastic. Why? I kind of want him on my team, but he's in the 3 stack.
Enemy approaching.
I like the name.
Defend
So let's see where my teammates go.
or defeat your opponent.
2 are going this way. 1's going this way. I'm gonna go with the 1, so we're not solo.
They can't win if they're dead.
Again, not about getting kills like trials. Even suppressing the enemy is just as good as getting a kill. Suppressing and distracting. Hi, buddy. I was ADSing. I want to try something. Cammy did a video on it about hip firing the last word and how amazing it actually is to hip fire. And I've never really hip fired it. Hey, they beat us. Good job.
Again. Defend the charges and defeat your opponent.
I need to put on hand cannon dexterity.
They can't win if they're dead. Charges are everything. Set them and protect them.
So they know where I'm going to be going from. And that's okay. Let my teammate play here. I know they're going to be coming this way. Left side. You're not double bodying me. Oh. See, I'm okay with hard light. I think it shouldn't be able to ricochet twice, but it's a exotic. It's what it is. You know what I mean?
Power is yours. Get out there and defuse it.
Good job, teammates. Not doing much.
Set the charges and protect them.
So I know that this sniper is going to be watching for me, but I make it hard by being invis. What? At that range? Are you kidding me? That was not good. You know, you could use a super. It's 2v2. A super is fine.
1 minute remains
Or don't. Okay. Do you, buddy. Do you.
to attack. Charge set. Now to battle.
Very nice. Good job, teammate. You were the one with the super. I thought it was the other guy. I didn't look at who had what.
Match point. Defend the charges and win.
That's a little better. Push with teammate.
Opponents down. A powerful
Oh,
finish.
okay. Okay. Let's just go into the next game.
No advice, Guardian. Do it again.
So that's an upgrade there. That, however, is not. $94, $92. Not an upgrade. Yeah, I didn't get anything here. What is Cord? Okay, so this is a good map for this loadout because Hardlight has unlimited range. Potential. It still doesn't have the greatest zooms for max range.
Defend the charges or wipe them out.
Let's change this up.
You're on offense. Set the charges or destroy the enemy team.
Well, at least I domed him, right? Hey, that gave me 25%.
Charge set. Now hold the line.
Where was he? Crouched in a corner somewhere, which... Oh, no, he left.
If those charges explode,
It just didn't register him leaving.
defend them.
What? Oh. Stop jumping up on the truck, dude. They're sniping because they can get there faster.
Charge set. Now hold the line. Good.
Okay, buddy. Don't jump up on the truck. 3. Okay, he didn't. Good job. Bodied. Didn't body. They're to our right. If I get sniper kills, I can get my super back faster.
Detonate those charges. Nothing else matters. Charge is set. Protected.
They got really good players on their team. It's one of those, they would have had a fourth, they probably would have won this easy.
This is wonderful. All opponents defeated. I love it. Victory is within your grasp. Set a charge.
We're going to bypass this completely. Well. Bodied. Wow, I suck. Hey, you got it. Nice. And now we all have to do is one more.
Be more like you. Just thinking about it infuriates me.
One more for the night, and then we move on to something else. So about those powerfuls, man. We do have to do the raid this week, so I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow night for anyone that's actually watching. Two, don't care. We're going to use Steel Feather Repeater this round. Could be fun. I really should masterwork this for the best handling I can get. But when we use Steel Feather Repeater, we just do this. $50 coins. Ooh, and we went up. Oh, that's completed. That's completed. Oh, I love Eternity. I haven't played this map in forever.
Countdown.
I hope they put it as one of the Trials rotational maps. I know people are like, oh, this map, whatever. I actually enjoy it. But I played it, you know, year one when it was...
Set the charges or destroy the enemy team.
So, I'm going to go Temple. And try to get a pick. No one went Temple. Got him. Hey, complete a bounty. He's just hard scoping back there, dude. You're gonna have to do something.
1 minute left. You're attacking. Let's see it.
Place the bomb. Force him to come to you. Pull out your sniper. Come on, man. You have to plant. They win the round if you don't plant. He's pushing.
30 seconds. Make it count.
You don't pair a sniper and a bow
Fight another.
often. Bow's a 2-tap, sniper's a 1-tap. Why would you pair them both? I'm gonna go back to temple.
Enemy approaching. Defend the charges or defeat your opponents.
Oh! You kidding me? How'd you hit that? I'm pretty sure I have high cal on this. Yeah, how'd you hit that? Well, I don't think I need auto rifle kills anymore, so we're gonna go hand cannon.
Got you all. Fight another.
Oh well. That's okay.
The charges are everything.
So this Better Devil is maybe a 140, but it's a 140 with explosive payload. Okay, people. Teammate, that was your cover. Nice, nice, nice. All that Titan's trying to do is use Mountaintop, man. There you go, Snow. Come on. Come on, Jon Snow. Oh, no, Jon Snow. Don't say it ain't so.
If those charges explode, all is lost.
So, guys, they went to Temple last time. Oh. There you go, there you go. Push the last guy. Don't even worry about my res. But oh, y'all didn't push fast enough. You gotta push up. I don't have to hit you, buddy. Explosive payload. Did we just lose a guy?
The charges are everything. Set them and
No,
protect
okay.
charge set. Now hold the line.
I'm trying to dodge and I couldn't dodge. Why is my dodge feel so much lower than what it should be? It's like 18 seconds. Why? Are you kidding me?
Enemy detonated the charge.
That fucking animation, man.
Enemy has match point. Fight your way back.
Oh well. What are you doing, teammate? Seriously? Like, what was your big plan? Oh well. Dumb teammates are dumb. Always remember that. He didn't play with any of us, and... Yep, that's how it goes.
Know their way around explosives. Again.
And to have a teammate just leave the match isn't great. 7, 4, 3. 4, 5. So let's see, what bounties do we have? Warlocks. We don't care about those too much. Help Rasputin reach Guardian tactics by using solar damage to defeat enemies. Hand cannons. Solar hand cannons, supers, and scout rifles. So, solar hand cannon. I don't have a scout on me because I personally don't care for him. I really don't use you. There's a scout. So the next thing we're going to do, we just did that. Go back to the tower. But this time we're going to go here. We're going to go talk. We're going to do the Gambit stuff. I personally hate it, but, you know. It's a thing. Let me see if I can find someone to play.
It's the chosen one. Slay any hive gods lately?
So I don't pick and choose. I just grab everything
Be smart with this.
because I never really work on them directly. Let's see. I'm okay with that shader. It's a little weird, but, you know, I'll take it. I kind of like it. Let's see. Let's see where we're at with that anyways. Almost there, actually. Well, that's Season 8. I didn't play enough Gambit. Cool. I'm just looking at the weekly. Yep. Let's see, what's this trust roll with? Explosive payload isn't bad. D D D D D D D D. I honestly have to finish up the Black Armory stuff. I'm trying to type to person in Discord chat and yeah, cool. But I use a Razer Chroma or Chromax or whatever the fuck this thing is. It's the Razer numpad. I use it that way because I like to keep stuff programmed. And because every key is programmable, allows me to set it the way I want it. No, I think I might have completed a bounty for Banshee. Kinetic weapons, auto rifles. That's Nessus Precision. I need to finish that up. I need to finish that up. Stuff you don't see. PvP related.
What do you need?
Just joining up with Rando from Discord. So I need the hand cannon kills and solar kills. That'll be quick and easy. For the most part. But what we're really want to look at here is the Rasputins. So Scout, Solar, Super, hand cannons. So hand cannons. Kinetic weapons. Auto rifles. So once we get the hand cannon ones, we'll actually then switch to something else. Until then, we're going to put on a shotgun. Actually, we'll put on a sniper in case they invade. I don't have any solar hand cannons I like. Well, I do have one with swashbuckler. We'll go with this, I guess. We're not going to use drop mag. PvE activity, not so great. PvE-ish. No one's really doing anything anymore. Like, what? Where's Quintus been? It's like he got Quintus. Well, he played today. I don't know. Legion's Folly.
Ding, 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 ding. Cabal on the field. You haven't taken everything from the Cabal. Not yet. Huh. Let's dance. This one's gonna be rough, sister. Talk to your team. Hostiles incoming at the base.
I'm actually not trying to steal him from my teammates. I'm gonna go deposit. So they're gonna be invading soon. Where? Where? Oh, he's so weak on my body, team. Team? Din Din. You just got yourself killed. You lived in, man. That's gonna be impressive. Nope, you got yourself killed. Where's this invader, man?
Invader down. Your allies here.
Hey, where'd he go? Oh, I hate when they do that.
Value target is down and out. Hostiles inbound. Darkness. Take out those guardians. Get a chance to ride again. Portal's up. Go take 'em out. Hostiles in at the base. Bang! Summon that primal. Kill that primal. Embrace the darkness. Take out those
What?
Get a chance to ride again.
So dumb.
Watch your back. Invader incoming.
Why would you invade now?
Dead. Keep pushing. Portal ready. You're invading. Make a mess.
What the hit the target! When I'm pointing at your head, you fucking hit the target. What? I wish these guys would do something. Like, seriously. Am I the only one gonna try to kill our opponents? So we still have super, solar, and hand cannons to finish up. Then we'll move on to scout rifles and auto rifles. Oh, we got that cool. 93, 95. '93, '92. Oh, +9, cool. Doesn't mean anything, but I'm +9. I just want to max this out right here so I can see what this will look like. If you don't know, different small little details actually change on your artifact as you level it up. I think this is actually how it's supposed to look maxed out. I don't know. If it is, it doesn't have as dramatic of a change as some of the previous ones. So we'll actually switch to that
Hi. Bring it so.
once we
Kicks and faces. You need a weapon? You can pull a bone right out of the hide. Sharp and sturdy.
I don't trust the Drifter, man.
Back wired.
When you look at the lore behind him,
This is where you
something about him, man, just is like,
lock and load system. Hostiles incoming at the depot.
I need one more kill. There we go. Maybe? Oh, I need like 6 more kills. Okay, let me hit you. So,
Medium blocker heading over.
now we go for scout rifle kills.
Hostiles incoming in the cavern. Your allies back with 1 kill. Your invaders down, but 3 opponents went with it. Large blocker en route to the enemy.
Did I do that just so I can get the bounty? Yes.
Your ally neutralized the invaders.
What? Bullshit. See, I think the wall hacks for the invaders are a little stupid. Honestly. You get wall hack when you pop in and that's it.
Gone. Get 'em next time.
Okay, melee. Melee. What is my power at? Why am I getting hit so hard? Teammates, you have to kill the invader. If you don't kill the invader, it's pointless because they just regen all of the boss's health. What was that? What? No, how? Where's our teammate? Dude, there's 3 of us. And we're losing the entire time.
Invader's gone. Get him next time.
Huh. That's how you do it.
You work so fast.
Shitty ass players
Figured I'd find a
that want to
place
be.
that never
Oh
ran
no.
out of things to kill.
Sorry, buddy. Your team
Canvas
sucked.
fire, too.
4v3 and you lost. Huh, I got a parcel. Scout rifle, solar, supers. Whatever those are, I don't know. 6. My highest is an 8, so I don't care. Just 4, 5. Don't care. 5, 6, so I do care. 999. Hells yes. I'm gonna keep this Better Devils though. Nine, and it's a full auto trigger. I wonder if, with how stuff is now, if stability is better. wonder where Quintus has been, man. But that's what I want to see is a 999. Because the soft cap before you have to get pinnacles is 1,000. The hard cap or pinnacle cap is 1,010. Now, with them disabling the power bonus from the artifact, being 10 levels lower for trials isn't that bad.
Sworn on the loose aboard the Tick. Go, punk! You watch those fronts, you watch your back. Hostiles incoming at the burrow. Incoming hostiles at the rig.
Wow, okay. I don't know how I managed that one. I do need solar kills, so. It's fine, they can bleed us.
Being invaded. Find them before they find you.
I wish it wouldn't turn your screen so bright red. Like, why?
Invader's gone. Get him next time.
Okay. Guys, dude, I literally only need a couple. Get the...
Portal's ready. Go say hello. Your allies invaded.
Teammates.
We have to kill this.
Yeah, good job. You invaded at the wrong point. You should have just left that until they got close to halfway through the first bar.
Watch your back. Invader incoming. Portal is primed. Lock. Invader down. You're clear. Allies invaded. Your allies down.
Okay, give me one. That's all I wanted. Okay, give me one more, I guess.
Almost there. Fill the bank to summon a prime evil. Almost. Bank, get that prime evil out there.
Guys, bank.
Portal down. Don't look in the eyes. Hostiles incoming at the burrow. Allies headed to the other side.
He left and... Dude, go fucking bank.
Hey, your team has enough to pull a prime.
Go bank. Zor, you have 15. Go bank.
Your invaders down. But they
Stop
took
wasting
three.
everyone's time.
All right. Still winning. Burn that prime evil to the ground. Invaders here. Brace yourself.
That's so odd, because, like, I don't click that button, but it registers that I click it. I don't think there should be a delay on the invader notification. Because they get an overshield anyways. Oh, hi. Big ogre dude killing from behind. Oh well. Was that the last one I needed? Yes, it was. We are done with this.
All right. Feed your light to that prime evil.
I got an item that went to the bank. Alright, so let's see. Item power level 1000. So I don't think it actually can go over that. Solar, auto rifle, precision on Nessus. Well, I don't care about Nessus. But I think we are done with scout rifles. Solar. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. That, because we can switch that to solar. The next thing we're going to do is go to Zavaldi. Yeah, we'll go to Zavala. Grab bounties from him. So we're not completing everything like we should be. I'll keep track of the weeklies. Like, I'll go back and get that. We already completed the other weekly. So I'll go back and get that. And I'll complete probably a couple more so I can do the 7 for him for 1 week. I don't need none of my Crucible are weekly, so I won't worry about those. I will do the Nessus one here. This is a weekly for Zavala. We'll just keep working with this stuff. But let's see what we have in the bank. What power level it is. Rapid hit explosive payload. 200 round per minute scout rifle. I'm actually going to keep that and just throw it in my bank for now. Explosive payload is nice because of the flinch factor. We're going to go turn in our bounty, our prime engram.
Your return honors me, Guardian.
Master O gave me a helm. So realistically, my goal is to get as close to try to get 1,000, maybe even 1,000 in like 2 or 3.
Good to have you back. A prepared soldier is victorious.
So let's see, Solar Singe. So I bet a bunch of people are going to be on Solar. 10 to 1. Sidearm, SMG, hand cannon. I'm using an auto rifle first because Solar and not that. There's something else that required an auto rifle. That's an auto rifle. And I can get Solar at the same time. And that's an auto rifle.
in Storm Cult Guardian. The Taken run rapid out here, even without their king to lead. They've occupied a water processing plant nearby. Their very presence is poisoning the environment. Confirm what they know. That would
So if you get a strike like this, you can, if you have a team, actually just farm whatever you need for bounties really easily. Arc? Solar. So I'm going to go Solar, Blade Barrage for now.
one of my teams reported Taken affecting the water supply. Our purification tech can only do so much. If the contamination spreads, we'll die. If the blights can be killed, then perhaps their infection can be reversed. If not are going to save lives today.
You go away. So let me see if did I complete everything that requires auto rifle? That's complete. That's complete. That's complete. So I'll move on to SMG. Because I know I have a couple of those to do. Oh look, heavy. Yay me. One thing that I do want to look at is my teammates again. Just to be sure. Arc. Solar. So as long as the one dude stays solar, I'm okay. This strike can be done super fast, honestly. I've done it myself very fast as a Nightfall. That sucks. Well, let's take a look at what I'm accomplishing with this one. So that's been accomplished. Precision is being accomplished. I've already accomplished that. SMGs are... Recluse is good still. No matter what anyone says. It's still good. But it definitely... You want to hit those precision shots. Why our guardians can't swim, I don't know, man. Nice. Prime engram.
This looks much.
The fuck?
Huh?
Huh?
What do you mean?
I don't know. So,
Need to go
all
through
you
that
have to
stupid
do
thing.
for the Lost Sector is kill the wanted dude.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do that quickly. Just kill him.
Okay.
And then you just go open the chests and you'll get the weapon. But you have to get the catalyst from those same chests.
Oh, do you?
Yep.
How's that work?
You run it a bunch of times until it drops. RNGs. You pray to first you pray to RNGesus, then you sacrifice your firstborn, and then I think you have to pay a personal blood sacrifice. At least that's what
That all
I've read.
sounds.
And then if Bungo smiles on you, you might get it.
About orcs, I didn't think they could still, well, take.
Ikora and I will
Is it just that lost sector, or is it
Yeah.
any of the legendary lost sectors?
It's that legendary Lost Sector. It says it in the thing.
Because that's the one that's open right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I got a level 1000 piece of gear. And my prime engram is 1000. 1000 the everything. Yeah, but I'll help you out. That's not an issue. I'll run. What would be good for that? I have to run my highest power level stuff.
I'm at least up to 980 now.
Very nice. $1,005.
Not really that nice.
$996.
I gotta go and get a bunch of prime engrams and do some strikes and other random BS.
Oh yeah. 1006, 997.
But my whole thing is totally up.
Are you logged
And you
in
know what's
yet?
funny? You remember huh?
You logged in yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's saying that you're not. That's why I was asking.
Oh, that's weird. Why does it keep doing that?
I think check your friend thing in what the hell is this?
Steam.
Yeah, check that. See if it shows you as offline. Oh, it's showing you as online. Earth Explorer. Nope. I don't know, man.
Well, you are certainly available, so I will just
Well,
join
let me go
you.
to orbit. Let me go to orbit first. Okay, I'm almost in orbit.
Why do you have an infinity sign behind your name now?
What?
You have an infinity sign behind your name now.
I have no idea what you mean by that.
It's interesting to say the least.
I don't have any infinity signs.
Well, Steam thinks you do.
I don't. I know I have a box symbol around my name. Within Steam, because it doesn't understand the sniper rifles.
No, that is correct. That's
You can join up on me if you want.
That's weird. There's a box after the sniper rifle that has an infinity sign inside of it. I don't know what that means.
Oh, hey, that's a stronger piece of gear. Hey, 1007.
That seems good.
Well, the loadout's not terrible, actually. Aside from the armor sucks. But the loadout doesn't... Armor may suck, because I don't have masterworked any of it. I'm not going to. None of it's decent stats. Well, this helm actually is 66. That's actually a keeper. It's weird, though. It's strength and mobility based. 21 mobility, 24 strength. I'm going to promote you to leader. Yeah, it's still showing. It's showing your entire name as a black symbol. This is hilarious.
That's very strange.
You could actually see. You'll actually be able to see it if you go to my YouTube channel, because I'm streaming. It's it's showing you a 0 power, black bar, everything.
It's perfect.
Hell yeah, Bungo doesn't fuck any of this shit up. It's not a bug. It's a feature. It's a feature.
It's a feature. Definitely a feature.
Huh. I have no more Gambit rank bounty or rank triumphs to go for. I got 14 out of 14.
Gambit?
Yeah. I did my weeklies. Oh, while we're here, I need to talk to Rasputin.
So do I.
Papa Rasputin. Or is it Mama Rasputin? I haven't quite figured out. This is the only way to get down the thing. You have to jump. You motherfucker. You ruined my jump. That's how you do it.
Crazy?
That's how you do it. Don't touch down.
I normally do that, but one time I did it and I jumped into, you know how your speeder kind of spins and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
You're going too fast,
so
and if your
close.
speeder runs into you, you're dead.
I need 49 more Warmind bits to be able to finish cost reduction, tier 3. I also need to get Dust Like Shards.
I need to clear this area.
Yeah, so do I. Let's go. Let's clear it. I'm going to go right, you go left.
It's
We'll see who's
always right
faster.
now.
It is always right now?
Yep. So this week it's right, because it's a different set of dudes.
Parcel with Rampage. Let's go. And full auto trigger. Where's the yellow bar? Oh, shit. Overload. Let me get
got him.
You got overload on?
Yep.
Where's he at?
Oh, I don't have load. Sorry. He doesn't last that long, though.
Not if you hit him hard enough. Like, you know, just punch him in the face a couple times. This goes a lot quicker with 2 people.
Yeah, that's pretty quick.
I mean, it's quick in general, but I mean, it goes a lot quicker with 2 people.
This guy's annoying.
Here. Boom. Where'd he go?
Always runs into the corner. And he got this stupid thing on him.
Now he's dead. I got the anti-barrier. Oh, I don't have anti-barrier on.
God damn it.
I can't go invis. Let me throw anti-barrier on.
Don't need it.
Yeah, we do. They're anti-barriers. If they pop their barrier, they regen.
Ow.
What was that? We don't need it? Prime engram. Oh no. See? We do need it. And I got it. Got him. Got him. Oh shit. I'm okay. I'm alive. You might not be.
I'm not.
I'm gonna get this guy. Oh wait, hi. Whoa. Well, kill him. Okay, that's it. Let's go. Oh hey, I got the fourth horseman catalyst.
See? Sweet.
Okay, everyone was saying you had to do it from the thing. It must be a random drop. You know,
Must be.
that's a thing. You know what I mean? That's a thing. But I just got the... What it requires is a bunch of kills with the fourth horseman.
Yeah, that probably does make sense.
Super easy. 2 areas you know you can get it. Either go into Last Witch Raid, which is great because all the enemies are just right there at the door. You kill all the ones at the door, kill yourself, and keep going. Oh wait, I need to... I'm going to keep yeah. Actually, I'm going to keep... I'm going to put on my hand cannon with... Thingy. With Unstoppable. Yeah, these guys aren't red thing to me anymore.
You are to me.
Well, yeah.
That's unstoppable.
Got him.
Ow. That dude still just totally wrecks me, man.
Yeah.
So that fire just totally destroys me.
It's not that he
One
was
shot.
destroying me. It's the fact I had all the ads on me. And having to run Unstoppable on my hand cannon, I'm not happy with that. It's not great. Super great range to play. I got him. Got him.
Got him.
There's a guy behind us, and now he's dead. I thought you were gonna summon your big robot thing.
Right here.
Oh. I'm gonna go up there and make this guy hurt. Okay, let's go.
Alright, he doesn't have a shield no. Oh shit. You don't have a shield no more. I remember this being somewhat annoying.
We have to get the ads down.
Yep. It's
We
just
don't need
fucking
unstoppable anymore. We need barrier. Actually, I'm gonna put on my hard light for solar.
He's wrecking that dude if you want to go help him.
Working on it. I'm not working on it anymore. He's wrecking me. Okay, he's dead. Okay. All you have to do is get to the chest. Just go to the chest and open them. Actually, wait a second if you can. Like, go to the back there where they can't get you. Okay, I'm up. I'm gonna get to you.
I think they despawned. Nope, there's.
No, they're still there. They don't despawn. Open. Open. And now you got the fourth horseman. Congratulations. You're a wiener.
Somebody or something?
Huh? What?
Or did it just drop it in my frickin'. I just got another frickin' one of these stupid things. There it is. Shoddy for the win.
998. I am very close to power level 1000.
I am not.
If I can get to 1000, I'll be good for trials this weekend. I mean, yeah, because they're getting rid of the thingy, the power bonus from the artifact.
Yep.
I only need like less than 30 more. What can I do to get a bunch of coins real quick? Solar, rocket launcher, and bows. I'm gonna go get bows real quick. That's super easy. I think I even have a solar bow. Seriously, where's my bows? Where is my hush? The hush bow is solar. So I can do solar bow kills at the same time. So I just go do Lost Sector. Lost Sector I do is the one on Devon. And I can get rocket launcher killed at the same time. Which my rocket launcher is not solar. Do I have a solar rocket launcher? I kind of do. Oh, I do. There we go. There's a solar one. We'll just do this one, I guess. Doesn't matter. There we go. I got a solar rocket launcher. And a solar bow. I might as well
What do
grab
you need solar for?
one of the bounties from Rasputin.
It's not.
Huh?
The heck are you talking about?
Yeah, one of
Just
my
picked this up.
one of my bounties right here. Help Rasputin research Guardian tactics by using solar damage to defeat enemies. 80 opponents defeat. Let's see what Devon has for me. Power weapon kills. Okay. Cash codes. That's easy. And sniper rifle kills, I can get those real quick. Super simple. Barely an inconvenience. So I have no heavy, so it doesn't matter either way. I'll get these bow kills real quick, then I'm gonna call it a night.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate you helping.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Since no one else on this clan is even here, ever. I need to switch clans. Piss my brother off.
He doesn't play. Why would it piss him off?
Yeah, I don't know. You're right, he doesn't play. Need to find something to spend my glimmer on. Back up to full, which is weird. What do you spend your glimmer on?
Bounties.
Yeah.
Lots
need
and
to-
lots of bounties. There's a reason why I am plus 9. Plus 9. Because understand, I don't look at the bounties until after I grab them.
Right.
I know I need a sniper kill, so just give me that. These bow kills are very easy, barely an inconvenience. Fucking bows.
Power weapon multi kills.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
You're not in the same lost sector as I am. Are you?
Nope. I'm about to do a public event because I have to kill this servitor. He is a fallen something or another. I don't know what you call it.
Lost sector, whatever. Done.
Oh, sweet, dude.
Well, bounty. Just a daily bounty from Devon.
I know, it counted for me and I wasn't even there.
I am a god. So let's see. What am I looking at for bow kills? That's done. Bow kills, I'm 40 out of 50. Solar kills, I'm 40 out of 80. Rocket launcher kills, I think I'm getting yours. I don't know, I have 2 out of 20. Are you using a rocket launcher?
Nope.
Oh, I don't know then. You suck. Use a rocket launcher.
I'm using a grenade launcher.
Well, you should use a rocket launcher. I don't
34 seconds until we start here.
know. Nah, I'm good. Because I get like 20 people at least per thing, and it takes me only a minute or two to complete one run through it.
But you don't have to kill any fallen.
Nope. Probably. I probably do.
That's one of the things that generally he makes you do.
I said he probably did.
It's a fallen, a taken, so I'll tell you what mine are. Mine are powerful fallen, taken, and cabal.
What'd that give me? 10, so I only need a little bit more. Couple more solar. Sniper. Hand cannon, shotgun, SMG. That's easy enough. I got a solar hand cannon here. I always believe in if you can do it, you should be doing 2 to 3 bounties at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the loadout's not truthfully optimal, if you're just soloing it, it doesn't really matter.
You are correct, sir.
But that's my personal opinion. Solar's done. I'm gonna switch up here to this. Seems weird. I'm going with Thorn. Because even when people run from me,
They die.
yep. Plus, I don't have to ever reload. What was that?
What the hell was that?
That's my phone. Okay. So hand cannons are done. Nope, hand cannons are not done. In strikes, that's a strike, okay. Shotgun, sidearm, SMG. SMG's easy. Barely an inconvenience. Okay. I need rocket launcher kills, man. Multi-kills. Well, I need rocket launcher kills in general. I need a total of 20.
Should come here and do that.
Where is my rocket launcher scavenger? Not here. Is he here? Not here. Where's my solar helm? This should have rocket launcher on it. Yep. Why should I go there?
You want to get kills? There's thousands of dudes all the time.
Where are you even at?
Doing one of these.
Oh yeah, that
stupid-
thing also gives you bits, I think,
Sure does.
just for completing it.
There's a boatload.
Locking down the support tower. Too much heat.
Yes, but I'm now fighting everyone for kills here. You understand that, right? Like,
I don't know about that.
yes, I just used 2 rockets and didn't get only got 1 kill each because everyone killed everything around it.
Possible.
No, not possible. That's exactly what happened.
Or there's too many. We miss.
Can I get some heavy ammo, please? You can miss with the orbs, yes. Trust me, I found that out day one.
Eyes up, Guardian. Support towers under attack.
You'd throw it
Your
in.
mom's under attack, Anna Bay.
Rescue, sending the javelin your way. Eyes up, Guardian.
Whoa.
Support towers under
What?
attack.
Why am I not getting heavy? Oh.
Well, you mean business. Hello, nurse.
Yeah, I need fucking heavy and I'm not getting any. Heavy. Yeah, not a single bit of heavy. This is ridiculous. I'm getting annoyed.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I'll finish this up, but then I'm gonna go back to the lost sector.
Ready to go. Heavy frame.
Oh, you fuckers. Here, hold these. There's some heavy. Nice. What?
Heavy frame ready to go.
There's almost too many people here, to be honest.
Now we must kill something big. What am I killing?
Big boy over here.
Backup incoming.
Yeah, I got a mod. Cool. Okay, let me go finish up what I was doing with this, and then we'll call it a night.
Do it
Let's
to
see.
it.
Well, what do I need? I got 3 rocket launcher kills. You understand that? I got 3.
That's total crap.
Let's see. What do I need for other stuff, though? That... SMGs. I guess I'm going to do SMG kill real quick. At the same time. Because I need to get heavy ammo. For my rocket launcher. I didn't even get a multi-kill. So dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty crappy, I'll be honest.
Yeah. But I did get a bunch of tokens, so... I'm up to 302, so technically I'm done. I got all the tokens I needed for the day. Do I have rocket launch? Yeah, rocket launcher ammo finder. I have a rocket launcher equipped. Why isn't it giving me ammo? Okay, complete SMG. Sword, sidearm, shotgun, fusion, sidearm. Well, speaking of sidearm, I just got one. Let me see something here. I can do this. This will work out for me. Essentially what I'm going to go do is hit up a rally banner real quick. And then go back to Devrin. Yeah. Then go back to Devrin and keep doing that lost sector. And that lost sector is good to do because all the enemies are grouped really close. So if you ever need, you know, multi-kills with something, that's the best place to do it.
Right.
Bunch of red bars. You know. Yeah, I'll get 2 sidearms at the same time. That'll be quick and easy, and then I'll get the rocket kills, and that'll be quick and easy. Let me go and kill them.
Wow, that thing completely destroys dudes, man.
What?
That gun.
Yeah, kind of.
Shotgun.
Kind of. It's just not good for really much of anything.
Well, I just
Because
completely
snipers
destroyed a
are
boss.
snipers are like a better option.
Well, if you're right up in someone's grill like I like to get, it's a pretty good option for me.
Whoops, wrong weapon. Okay, this guy needs to stop running around the boxes and die. And there's all the rocket launcher kills I needed.
Just like that, dude.
Super. I could do supers. I only need 5 more for supers. Yeah, that'll be quick and easy as well. I'll just leave the encounter, and I know right where to use it. Man, I can't wait till Thorn gets a catalyst. I think Thorn has a thing for a catalyst. Oh, but for Fourth Horseman, you need the catalyst for it. It's one of those that... Oof. Its reload is garbage, and it adds one extra bullet into the mag.
Seems good.
Now let's see if I can get 5 in one go. Yep, did it. I need a couple more for that side armor, a couple more for that side armor. Last run through here. Go to Rasputin's bullshit thing. Deal with that, and then I call it a night. These weapon bounties are for Banshee, which makes sense, you know. Gunsmith, weapon bounties. One. Two. Anywho. $39. Working on 40. And I am over halfway done getting my level 12 for the artifact. But nowhere near getting what the hell is it? 97. Oh, that's a 98. So I gotta keep that. Actually, let me equip it. Okay, that's all my highest gear. Just because I can. Oh, I hit a lip going down the slide. And there we go. Hey, I got level 1.
Good
And
job,
it's a
dude.
1000 power level, yay. It's 1000 power level gauntlets. Alright. Did I complete that bounty? Did I make him level 1? Is that what I need to do? No? Needs help reestablishing his Warsat defensive system. Acquire chipsets by purchasing bunker upgrades. Then spend those chipsets to increase your region level. Reach level 1 to claim your first bonus. Okay, I did that. Didn't I do that? Integration level 1. Oh, I didn't do the bonus thing. Okay, now I completed the bounty. Or the thing. Purchase and complete a Rasputin weapon bounty. I can't do that until what? Like 3? Or 92?
Yep. 3.
No, you can get the one at season pass rank perk 92. The officer revolver hand cannon.
Yep.
Grab the bounties from him. Tomorrow I need to do my power. I might do the raid tomorrow. I don't know.
Raid? What raid?
Last script garden.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
Hmm.
powerful.
I haven't done it in a while.
It's powerful.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, brother, I'm off. I will catch you tomorrow, man.
Sounds good.